the green hydrogen economy. We kind of lost out on the solar economy because, I don't know, we kept electing people who didn't want us to go out there and really corner the market on solar equipment and all the fixins. So it all got shipped off to China, and we lost out on our opportunity to have homegrown US. But what about hydrogen? Hydrogen is going to be the next wave of how we power ourselves. And can we actually get to the point where we're going to invest in doing all the R&D and the manufacture of whatever we need to really be top of the line on green hydrogen right here in the good old US of A? Because you know what? It's not going to get cheaper to ship shit abroad and bring it back here to the US. And it's also one of the weirdest things, like, which we have found out right here during this COVID crisis. Hey, if we let other countries handle all of our manufacture, it means when we have a crisis right here, all we've got is memes and some TikTok dances. And frankly, that did not make one fucking mask. So we should maybe try having the industry right here in the good old US of A and revitalize a lot of places with some hands-on manufacturing jobs right here in the US. So what do you guys think about that?
Yeah,
I kind of thought it was pretty cool.
So do we feel that hydrogen is being reborn? You know, we're historically not huge hydrogen proponents on the show.
Well, think about it though. We generate, I mean, according to the article, we generate 11.4 million metric tons of hydrogen with a value of 17.6 billion. But if we're able to match this report's targeting, we're looking at 140 billion per year in revenue, 700,000 jobs by 2030, and 750 billion per year in revenue, cumulative 3.4 million jobs by 2050.
Well, when you look at what we're at today, there are places that batteries can't handle or can't handle economically. You've got aircraft and shipping, as far as like water ships. And depending on whose math you want to listen to, Elon's or the guy who doesn't believe in Elon, long-haul trucking. So it has its uses. It's not passenger cars like they keep pushing on us, but if they can generate it green, then yeah. But if they're going to strip natural gas, then we might as well burn the natural gas directly.
Well, the cool thing is, okay, so Plug Power signed a deal with Brookfield Renewable Partners to supply 100% renewable power for what they're describing as a gigafactory, giga, whatever, that it plans to build here in the US. And the factory will be capable of producing up to 60,000 fuel cells and about 500 megawatts of green hydrogen electrolyzers per year. So I think that's a pretty good start.
As long as they're targeting them where it makes sense to do so, like those industries that they're weight sensitive, or like the ships and the well, not the ships are weight sensitive, but they can't wait around for the batteries to charge.
Yeah.
And then the airplanes. Yeah.
And again, you know, we've said many times on this show, hydrogen is not a fuel source. It's not an energy source. It's an energy transport.
Just like electricity.
You put energy, you know, you consume energy to make the hydrogen, and then you use the hydrogen to generate, you know, energy.
Yeah.
But so that's the primary advantage to having hydrogen, is it is more portable than shipping batteries across the country, for example. And that is the thing. If we can generate it, if they can do green hydrogen, then I'm all on board. But yeah, so far that has just been a fairy tale. So I would love to see this come to fruition.
Yeah, that's certainly the key thing in this conversation is, you know, they call it green hydrogen, but is it actually renewable? Like, are we talking about a resource that can be sustainable as opposed to burning fossil fuels to generate hydrogen. That's what it boils down to for me.
I mean, I guess if it's cracked from water using wind power at night, which would otherwise be thrown away, then it could be renewable, but
Right.
does it
Right.
pencil out, you know?
I think when Matt Klippenstein's been on the show, he's talked with some detail about scaling up hydrogen for specific commercial uses and how it begins to make sense when the example that Paul just gave, when you're using renewable energy to make the hydrogen rather than trying to crack natural gas and then ship it in boats and all that junk. We can get to a place where hydrogen makes sense for some uses. And I don't think we should poo-poo it as a category. I
Right.
think we are legitimately skeptical about it for certain uses, passenger cars.
Yeah.
Right.
Plus you can do it at the point, just like you can with electric. Be like, hey, this is the shipping hub for Delta or American or wherever. We're going to make our hydrogen right here on site rather than shipping it across the country. Well, actually, from Canada to wherever the depot is.
Right. And I was thinking about the Metro rail system in Chicago. You know, I mean, the trains go into the station several times a day. So that would be a perfect place to, you know, to top off. Currently, they run diesel.
Ugh.
They're technically electric, but the electric generators are used to power. No, they're electric. The diesel generators are used
Diesel electric.
to generate. Yeah, they're diesel electric, and so they're throwing out plumes of burnt diesel, but they're electric trains. Like, okay,
They're on a fixed route. I'll put a third rail down and be done with it.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, yeah. You know?
I mean, I just don't, I think everybody has like a really good sense of the fact that, yeah, we need to make sure that the hydrogen is green. But when you consider the ways that green and electric vehicle can be, as you just pointed out, hiding the fact that it's a big old pollutant diesel thing,